Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the next episode. It's Joe Kelley's Psychedelic Experience once again for another holiday edition of Joe Kelley's Psychedelic Experience. We have the one, the only, the great, the talented Mr. Monty Michell, ladies and gentlemen. Monty's back to the podcast.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
Joe.
Christmas, Monty. Welcome back. We're late for Christmas.
We are. We missed it. My fault. But did you have a good Christmas?
I did. It was fine, Monty. Once, it was.
Did you get anything cool?
I mean, not particularly. My sister got me a smartwatch, but I didn't ask for it and I don't want it.
Well, that's kind of an expensive gift.
It's an off-brand smartwatch.
Okay. Did you mess around with it? Did you try?
I turned it on. It won't connect to my phone, and
that was it.
Yeah, it'll be nice to have at the gym, I suppose. Maybe that way I don't have to keep my phone in my pocket. I can put some music on it and just sync the watch up to my headphones.
Yeah.
But other than that, I got the smartwatch. I got a those little round tins that sometimes people put cookies in?
Yeah.
I got a tray. I got a tin full of nuts.
It's the way you said it. Nuts.
Well, you know what I mean? It's at some point in your life, Christmas just don't mean anything. And I think, you
need a kid.
My sister's fella who, my nephew's dad, he got me, he didn't even get me. He just gave me a pair of shoes that are too small for me.
Wait, your nephew's dad, your uncle?
No, it's my nephew's dad.
Brother-in-law.
Not even brother-in-law. We can't. They're not that.
Oh, okay.
It's my nephew's dad, the guy who lives with my sister.
Okay.
He got me he didn't even get me. He's somebody, he always ends up with, he works at like a tire shop and he just always ends up with stuff. So he gave me a pair of New Balance shoes that he told me about over the summer that I told him were probably too small. And he was like, that was 6 months ago. And he fucking was like, hey dude, happy holidays. I know you said these were probably too small, and they are, but Merry Christmas. So those were my gifts. Did you get any gifts, Monty?
I did. My daughter got me a Dr. Venkman from Ghostbusters.
Okay. Is that Dan Aykroyd's character?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know where she got it. It's like vintage, I think. So I don't even know how she got this, but that's cool as hell. And
that's pretty neat.
What else did we get? Did we get some cool stuff? Casey got me some lights for the garage. Oh, Casey got.
Uh-oh.
Probably already said this. I think I told it at the comedy show. But anyways, I got her like a square meter of land in Scotland. And so now she can legally be called a lady. She's got the paperwork and everything to change her name. She's got proof of land ownership. And she can change her name to Lady Casey.
That's all it takes is owning land in Scotland to be able to do that?
Yep.
If you bought the land for yourself, would you be like Sir Monty?
I'd be a lord.
Lord Monty?
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have bought two, though. That's cool.
Isn't it?
Lord Monty Mitchell is a great fucking name.
Lord. Yeah.
I'd have everybody bring you up that way, too. Lord Monty Mitchell and Lady Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
No.
Lady Casey Mitchell, for the sake of the podcast.
Lady Casey Anthony.
What is it? Is that the only country you could do that in?
Yeah, I think so.
How'd you find that out? I have a lot of questions about this, Monty.
I know. It was a podcast I was listening to, and it was one of their advertisements, and I was like, well, that's a great idea. And Immediately. I like, this is perfect for her because she's into all that British stuff. We watch all that Game of Thrones and The Crown and Peaky Blinders and all that. She's into all that stuff, and it was just perfect. I immediately went on the website and bought a square meter of land.
Is a square meter smaller than a foot?
I think it's bigger.
A square foot?
Meter.
Okay.
I think a meter's like 3 foot too. Yeah. But we got GPS coordinates for it, and they said you can come out and visit your plot of land. You can put a flag on it or a tree.
So is it, I imagine this just looks like a cemetery, but with like hand-drawn flags pretty much.
It's I don't know, it's an estate. It's a big estate. And it's open field. We did look up it's in a curve. There's like a road, and then it's kind of in the curve, and it's off, I don't know, probably 20 foot off the road, maybe.
It sounds like somebody decided to make a scam out of selling their yard.
Maybe. Evidently though, you can come out there, you can walk the gardens and the land, and they encourage you to come out and.
Yeah, but they don't let you come in the house.
No.
Yeah. That'd be a great idea. You buy a plot of land and then you sell it to people who are never going to come and visit it.
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant.
We've been doing it for 30.
Been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah, and then you just
Yeah.
You pay less taxes cuz your property is smaller, but also the people that pay you money don't ever fucking come around.
No.
What a good idea.
We could do that. If we could come up with some kind of gimmick and just sell a square foot of our yard.
The Cookville Estates.
Yeah. The Elmore Town Manor.
Would you make them lords? They'd have to have a lower class. What's a lower class lord?
Yeah, they would have to have some kind of. You could just put Junior on the end of your name.
Yeah. It'd be Junior, or if it was a lady, it's a different last name than your dad's.
That's still Junior, even if it's a lady.
Casey Junior Estates.
Yeah, Casey Junior. Oh my God.
That's beautiful. That's good. I like that you put some thought into your Christmas gift, even though it might be the most meaningless gift ever.
Maybe.
You bought some grass in a different country.
It did make her happy.
Yeah, because it's fun. And
yeah,
also, we're all old enough to where we don't really need anything.
Yeah.
That's where it's like a tin of nuts is like, okay, I do need that, as a matter of fact. That'll be a great fucking thing.
Yeah.
For the next protein. 2 months. Yeah. Other than that, they're like, we don't know what the fuck this guy's doing.
It's like my parents, they're 70 years old. What do you get them? So I got them a shovel and a machete.
Just because just because.
Maybe you start getting stuff that you want later whenever they die. You're like, well, I bought that for them at Christmas.
Yeah.
So I get that back.
Yeah. Cuz I'm a very bad gift giver. Like I just don't, if somebody needs something, I'll just get it,
Yeah.
Like I got my dad a backpack for him to take out when he goes hunting just a couple months ago. But I think as the years go on, once they start getting older, I'm going to start buying them like new cars and shit like that because they'll never use it. So like you start getting the good gifts when they're real old because you're like, well, this is just going to sit in the garage until I can use it.
Well, I got Mom the machete because her cat lost its sweater and she'd been out in the woods looking for it. And so I was like, well, she needs a machete. She's going to go out there and look for the cat's sweater, Duh.
Why won't she just get a new cat A new cat sweater.
I don't know. I guess she liked that one. Maybe it was embroidered.
I like how the idea, the easy gift would be getting the new sweater for the cat. But instead you're like, nah.
No.
Gonna get a machete.
Yeah, give her something.
So she can look for the old sweater that she's never gonna find.
Make her work. And the shovel.
You get something to do that way.
Yeah. I got her the shovel. She's got a side by side she rides around on. I got her a shovel. Maybe she ever got stuck or she finds a treasure map.
Or she could bury the cat because it freezes to death.
Couldn't find a sweater.
You got no sweater, so now you got a dead cat. Well, thank God I got this shovel.
I'm gonna use my machete, clear out a spot, and then
dig a hole.
It's probably the most practical gift I've ever got her.
It's useful. It's useful. A machete, especially. A machete is it's an underutilized tool. It's something that most people don't have, and it's like you should have it.
Yeah, everybody should have a machete. I think that's what I'm going to do from now on is just buy different kinds of chopping knives and maybe some axes or something. Everybody needs that.
That's the move.
I'll tell you another gift everybody needs always, every year, flashlight. Whoever it is, whoever your loved one is, get them a flashlight every year.
I probably got like 4 flashlights when I was a kid. I still have 2 of them. I don't really use them, but I still have them.
Dude, we got flashlights one year for kids, and it was the best gift that we had. They had the cones on them for like traffic airplanes.
Good Lord.
That's what we got. We had the biggest time with those. Running the batteries down the first day. We just never turned them off. Just playing with them out in the yard. It's a great flashlight for a kid is even better.
I got a mini mag light. It's almost the opposite to where I never used it because it was no fun. I got a mini mag light, and then I got one that had it was a rechargeable flashlight. So the handle would unfold and you just spin that motherfucker and it would charge back up.
Oh.
It was supposed to be an everlasting flashlight, but it died.
Pretty quickly?
No, it took a while. But I think
the little contact points wear out.
Yeah. Because it was almost like
charge anymore.
We charge it when it wouldn't need, or I would charge it when it wouldn't need to be charged. Because it would just be something. It was like a fidget spinner, and I guess I was kind of retarded, so I just it just felt good to spin.
Yeah.
So I just killed that thing.
There it is.
It felt good.
Yeah. Did it make like a grinding noise as it was?
No, it almost made like a. You remember those yo-yos? They had the red, white, and blue yo-yos that you'd spin. And they'd light up. Yeah. And they had like the thin metal in them. And I think that's what ran against each other. It was more like that. It was like a thin metal that sounded like it was rubbing against each other. So the sound wasn't that fun. It was more the spinning was great though.
Yeah. Yeah, those things, the yo-yos, they didn't last long.
No, I don't think they were
the metal was just too thin.
Then you're fucking bouncing it off the ground and shit.
That's true.
How many yo-yos did you get when you never could? Very few people are good at yo-yoing. John is that John fella.
That's the only guy I know.
It's the only guy I've ever known. But there was a point in time where everybody had a yo-yo.
I had a yo-yo. I just never cared.
Bounce it off the fucking ground, throwing it out in the yard, chucking it around. Like, they just take a beating.
Yeah. That was funner is throwing it and watching a little string behind it just flap as it was going through the yard.
Yeah.
I never was good at it. Like if I could get it to come back once, I was like, whoa. I could walk the dog. I could shoot the moon. I could spin it around.
But other than that, I never really got. But again,
Huh.
you're using a fucking, John, our buddy John. He's probably buying $50 yo-yos.
That's true.
Mine came from the dollar store for sure.
And that's like any hobby. I bet you, I
Yeah,
wonder what's
yep.
the most expensive yo-yo, because you can get, I mean, you can go really high end on those things. But it's like any hobby. You can get really deep into it. Like frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf, you can spend some money on some
You can
discs.
spend some money on that.
The most expensive yo-yo that pops up immediately is $425.
And that's like a professional,
I guess so. There's another
or
one that's
is it like Houdini's yo-yo?
No, it's a butterfly yo-yo that's made out of metal.
Okay. Golly.
Yeah.
Made out of titanium? Or it's just perfectly balanced?
Dude, it's got
There's got to be a reason why it's 400.
well, it's made out of titanium.
It is titanium.
Yeah. So you you fucking nailed it.
You think it's like really heavy?
How much 65.6 grams. That's like let's see. 3.5 is an eighth of an ounce. 7's a quarter. 14's a half. 28's an ounce. So that's a little over 2 ounces. It's not terribly heavy.
No, it's not very heavy. I don't think.
But
maybe for a yo-yo.
It's got to be very durable.
Yeah. 2 ounces. Okay. So that's it's not very heavy, but maybe for a yo-yo it is.
That's less than a serving of, or that's slightly more than a serving of salmon. When you go to a bagel place, you usually get like 1.5 ounces of salmon.
Okay.
So,
well then, yeah, that could be pretty heavy for a yo-yo.
For a yo-yo, yeah, we're used to the plastic fucking light up ones, and that one's.
Yeah. You bust yourself in the nuts with that one, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, but even, dude, think about, it's just those, like, who's the greatest yo-yoer in the world?
No clue.
Absolutely no clue. It's just one of those things where it's like, I'm glad you're good at that, but who gives a fuck?
I mean,
it's pretty neat. It's like shooting pool. I love pool. I love the shots that people can make too. But other than the Black Widow, that fucking Asian lady from the 90s and early 2000s, I know no pool players at all.
I've watched it a little bit on TV. I think they all got mustaches. They all have their hair like feathered in the middle. And
maybe that's a fucking rule.
That's your I think it's the same guy that's also a pro bowler. It's the same guy.
I know. I couldn't name a single pro bowler either.
No, but pool is something like you can spend a hell of a lot of money on a pool stick.
A pool stick and
get
the
carbon
clothes
fiber
too. Yeah, you get a fucking vest
and the clothes.
and a pocket watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bowling, you can spend a lot of money on a bowling ball.
Bowling ball, bowling shoes, polos.
And your jersey.
Yeah.
You got to get your
the wrist guard, the
brace.
wrist guard too.
Yeah.
You can't get a cheap one.
That's right.
Plus it's like, dude, I was on bowling leagues growing up and we paid a fee to join the league, and then we had to pay like dues every week. So every week we went bowling. There was envelopes on every table for each team, and every player had to put money in that envelope for some reason.
Like how much?
Like
20 bucks?
I think it was like $20, but I really can't remember. I think it was about 20. But that's on top of whatever, you know what I mean? You paid
what you paid for the bowling league.
$300 to start, and then it's like $200 each week, but that includes shoes. But I did it for like 8 years, so I had my own ball. It was just It's like anything, man.
Where was you living when you did this?
At home. I was a
Oh,
kid.
this was like you was still in high school?
I was a kid, yeah. Elementary school, middle school, and high school. I bowled for a long time, dude.
Wow.
Bowled for a long time.
Have you done it since?
Couple times, yeah. Yeah.
Are you still good, or was you ever good?
Yeah, I was pretty decent. My highest game is a 279.
Okay.
So that's pretty. The highest game you could get is a 300. So that's pretty
Yeah.
close to it. But
That's probably like all strikes but one frame.
a couple.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's you know, it's something that comes and goes, and it is. I was just thinking, like, how many? Do you ever think there's like, have we missed out on the best athlete at something, whether it's like basketball, bowling, darts, pool, because they couldn't afford it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Especially, I guess, like football and basketball, especially because you think of like, you know, you think of black people, let's be honest, that are going to be the best at it. And a lot of them are in inner cities and underdeveloped and live in the projects and shit like that. So no matter how good they are, like nobody ever looks at them and is like, hey, you could be something, but you just don't have, you don't even have it. You don't have enough money to play little league. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't have enough money to play rec fucking basketball right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think the funniest comedian in the world has not been discovered. Like they don't know how to do it, or they don't know, you know. But yeah,
it's just some guy working construction who doesn't know about open mics, and there isn't one in his town, so he has no idea. But he's like the funniest motherfucker ever. I think about that too.
Yeah, but yeah. Do you think there's like the Michael Jordan of darts?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's out there right now on the circuit, you know, and everybody knows about him that's in that circle, or, you know, they're into darts.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really a TV sport.
It's ESPN2 at the best, but it's probably 3 or 4. Deportes, maybe.
It's one of those off sports channels like FSN. I don't even know what that's for.
Yeah. Fox Sports Net, dude.
It's MSNBC at 2:00 at night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've watched them play cornhole on TV. That's a thing now.
Yeah.
Cornhole tournaments, and it's televised. They had to set up two cameras on each end of the thing at least.
More, because you got the overheads at the holes.
Yeah, the overhead.
So at least 4, plus the zoomed in ones on each person. So that's another 4.
Yeah. They've had to put up some rigging.
Yep.
So that they can film the hole. Like they had to set up a whole thing so they can film the hole straight down. That's crazy.
It's a matter of time before they have one hung up on a wire like they do in football that just moves across. So once somebody throws the bag, they'll just fucking zoom over top of it with it. It's got to be at some point.
You got that cameraman, though. That's his gig. He's got to be so pissed. He wanted NFL, and he got cornhole.
He got a fucking brewery on Saturday afternoons.
Yeah, in Wisconsin.
Nowhere near Green Bay either.
No.
It's the furthest north you can get without going to Canada. He's up there cold going, God damn it, I had dreams.
Yeah. He's right there on the UP line. Nothing but pine trees. He's like, yeah.
All I wanted to do was
4 years so I wanted the NFL.
I just wanted to shoot the Miami Dolphins at home.
Yeah.
And here I am in Wisconsin shooting people throwing bean bags. Which also, there's so many people that are good at that too, where it's even the best one is not impressive because it's like the best you can do is make 4 bags in a row. That's like you know what I mean? That's peak cornhole player. But I've seen
There's still the Michael Jordan of cornhole.
But I've seen people do that though.
I know, but
I've
there's this
seen
guy that
many
never
people
has
do that.
missed.
Ah,
There's a guy that's never missed.
well,
He's the Michael Jordan of cornhole. He gets 4 in a row every game, all the games. There's that guy out there.
what made Michael Jordan great was that he missed a couple of times, Monty.
Oh,
If there's a guy playing cornhole that doesn't miss, I'm not impressed. That means the game's easy. You got to miss a couple times.
you got to lose one every now and then.
I think so. To be great.
And you come back in clutch.
Yeah.
And win the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. When
You're good under pressure.
Yeah. You
right.
rise to the occasion.
You know what I do like watching is curling. I do like that. I want to do that. I want to get me a stone. I don't even know where I would go. I'd have to go online. There's not a store for that.
It's just shuffleboard on the ice.
I know. It's so cool.
It's not
right?
cool. It's not
on
cool.
The, it's on the ice. You got like that one shoe that gets grip and the other one that lets you slide.
I didn't know they had different shoes.
Yeah, one shoe's got like sandpaper on it, or I'm not sure, but
maybe some kind of felt.
And yeah, and you have one shoe that grip.
Don't they do one? Don't they usually go to one knee?
Yeah, they do that.
So
but you still got to push off of that good shoe.
So is the grip shoe the one that they put the knee down in, or on?
No, I think that's the slick one.
Okay,
I think that's the slick shoe. They push off of this foot, and then they go down on this one.
It's fucking lame, dude. How much money are you gonna make as a professional curler? Like $1,200 a year?
It's not that. You bring pride to your country.
How many countries? There's got to be. You got fucking Iceland and Canada are like the only two.
I think they all do it in the Olympics
because they have to.
Well,
it's like, did you see? I think it was the last Summer Olympics.
My accent. They have to come out and interview me after I won the curling, and I've got this accent. I was like, yeah, well, that ice was really slick today. I don't know. We were coming in. Thought there was going to be maybe a warm front that come through the gym, but I don't know. I don't know what I would say. I don't know anything about curling, but I like watching it.
There's not a lot of redneck curlers.
No.
It's one of those elitist sports. Again, I don't think you'd ever, you got to have the uniform. You got to buy, imagine asking your parents when you were a kid to buy you a circle of concrete and the look they'd give you. Like, Monty,
with a handle on it.
Yeah, I need $600 for a.
That's what I'm wondering. How much curling
ball of concrete? Your parents would slap the shit out of you and go, "No, we ain't got money for you to go."
There's a fishing pole.
Go play with some rocks.
A curling rock.
If I ever asked my parents for a fucking, I mean, they did buy me a bowling ball. So what's the difference?
You're right. That's a curling rock with 3 holes in it.
They had a lot of hopes for me, high hopes. That 279 didn't take us that far.
So a curling
stone,
or they call it it's granite. This one is. You want to guess?
How much does it weigh?
7
pounds, kilos.
Oh my God, I can get this from Walmart.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck.
From Walmart.com.
$14.99. $21.67.
Can you see it?
I can see the stone, but I can't see the words.
Okay.
I can see the picture. That's a good looking.
It says 7.87. I don't know if that's the diameter or the weight.
Diameter. Fucking
retard. What'd I say? It's the diameter.
Yeah, you said it different the first time.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. How much is it? What's the price?
It weighs 7.5 kilograms.
Which is less than pounds. So it's probably 3.5, 4 pounds.
So it'd be like 7 pounds.
No, a kilogram is Monty. Not even close. How much is the price?
188.
15 pounds.
It's 15 pounds.
15 pounds, yes, sir.
So a kilogram is
about 2 pounds, I guess. A pound and a half.
okay. 15 pounds,
Yeah.
dude. That's still like a bowling ball, right?
Yeah, that's on the heavier side of bowling balls too.
Yeah, it's a big bowling ball.
A bigger bowling ball, yeah, for sure.
What?
But also, you don't have to pick it up and sling it. Let's not pretend fucking curlers are stronger than bowlers, all right?
You don't think so?
No, more women do curling, so of course not.
You've got to carry 3 of those stones.
You sit them on the ground and you're on ice. Ices
I know, but you still got to get them from your car to the ice.
Yeah,
and you got to carry 3 of them.
There's one guy on the team who's strong.
Oh, he's the stone carrier.
He carries them, yeah, and he goes first because he's the worst. Well, we got
They only got him for his muscles.
He gets to touch the broom, and that's it. He carries the stones and he pushes the broom.
Say the broom guy. That's pretty cool. They got that.
It's not.
They got that slick shoe, and then they got the sticky shoe, and then they've got a broom.
It sounds like you've had about a week and a half off from work, and you've just been sitting at home watching curling. Is what it sounds like.
I've had a week off for sure.
You've been sitting at home watching fucking classic ESPN, and you've been watching the Olympics from '88 with the goddamn curling. You're like, dude, this is actually a pretty cool sport.
Yeah, this was James Kilgore's great year. This is the year that he.
The same year the Soviet Union fell was a good year for curling.
Yeah. We were so proud. He was on top of the world. It was a parade for him.
We beat Canada in hockey. We took down the Soviet Union, and we won the curling gold medal.
Yeah, take that, Gorbachev.
Oh, fucking A.
I'm asking for that next year.
You can do some curling? Shit, you ain't got no ice in Cookville.
Oh, you're right.
That's the thing.
I have to flood the basement.
Yeah.
Put some Freon. Just disassemble the refrigerator.
Just get a shuffleboard game. The fucking little bar thing. It's the same goddamn thing, pretty much, right?
No, I need the broom. I need the broom.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That's the whole.
Bonnie, you got nobody to play with too. You need 3 more people.
God damn it.
You're gonna be sliding the stone and fucking jumping up and trying to broom too.
Oh man. Do you remember that what was that shuffleboard that we used to play with the little disc on the sand?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it meant.
Is that shuffleboard too?
I that's what I call it, but I think there might be a different name for it. I call it bar shuffleboard.
I like to have one of those, but they're enormous.
Yeah.
And they're pretty expensive.
I bet.
Like, I looked at one. It's been a while. It was like $1,500, I think. But it's a whole wall of your house that's all of a sudden just for that.
Yeah. And again, you're out in Cookville, so it's like you just be just for yourself.
Just yeah.
But that's how you get good at something.
Playing with yourself?
Yeah. Because really, that's why I don't mind shooting pool by myself. I know everyone has the so who's
so good at sex, Casey?
Who's
I've been playing a lot by myself.
I don't trust people that can't enjoy a game by themselves, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't mind it. I don't mind throwing darts. I like darts by myself, pool by myself. I've done shuffleboard by myself too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I don't care playing pool by myself.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's fun. You pretend to be both people.
Yeah.
And you strategize against yourself.
Yeah.
And that's a weird thing because you don't want to lose, but also you're trying to beat yourself. So it's a weird. I love it. I love it. Some people don't like that.
Whenever I play pool by myself, if I'm wearing a hat, whenever I'm solids, I keep the hat forward. And then whenever I'm playing stripes, I turn the hat around backwards.
That way you don't forget?
That way I'm a different person.
Oh, okay.
And then my hair, I comb it over this way when I'm stripes. You do it this way when you're solids. And you got to do that. And you talk trash.
Who's the better player? Right hair guy or left hair guy?
I think this guy is. That guy.
Hair to the left.
Yeah. This guy talks trash, and this guy's like very quiet, and he's the one you watch out for.
Cool hand Luke, yeah.
He ain't no good.
It's more boisterous, scary at first, but once you get settled in, you realize he's no threat. But the guy on the left-haired guy, whoo, he don't say much at all.
Yep. You gotta watch out for those. This other one's over here. Yeah, watch me make this pocket like I did your mom's pussy last night. You know, and then this guy's like, okay, and then he's like, I'm gonna put $10 on this hole. And the other guy's like, man, I don't know, that's a lot of money. You know.
You betting money against yourself, Monty?
Yeah.
That's next level.
I should bet more. I should put $1,000 on every hole.
You get to feel terrible and great at the same time.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. You get to feel the taste of defeat and the savoring of victory at the same time.
And a hint of insanity.
Yeah. And listen, we're all there anyway, so what's, just let it out.
But
you just go loser gets next, and you always get next.
Yeah. I put quarters up there. Like I'm next, and then I got to be somebody else. I got to put on a beret and come in. I'm next.
Some other guy comes up, you're like, hey, we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, weird. I like it. See?
We got the next 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and my homies.
Yeah. They're going to be here any second.
I've been texting them all day. They're coming. Yeah, I don't care to play by myself though.
I don't either. I don't mind it. Never have.
You play darts?
I've thrown darts, yeah, by myself, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of darts.
Go 3
I can do
3.
pool. I like pool. I
love darts. Love bowling.
I do. I like bowling.
Bowling's
Casey
fun.
won't go bowling with me because she's got fat thumbs and they won't fit in the holes.
All they have at bowling alleys are fat thumb balls.
Negative.
Hers are pretty fat.
You need you're looking for like a 6-pound ball with a fat thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those don't exist. 13 and above, they got the.
We should bring her own little thing and hollow it out for her.
Auger.
Yeah. Yeah. Get a paint ball and just hollow out that thumb for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I could buy her a bowling ball.
You could.
Have it.
It would have been.
Have it fitted.
It would have been better than a plot of land in Scotland.
Yeah, she couldn't be a lady.
Well, she could fucking do something with you.
She can look at it. She can bring it up on the internet.
Whenever y'all get married,
you could hire.
If it ever happens,
you could hire somebody in Scotland to go out there and put tulips on it or something for you.
Do you guys have passports?
I do. She don't.
Well, what the fuck, Monty? Maybe
Oh, she can spread her ashes on it whenever she dies.
you can go and take pictures of it and bring it back to her.
Yeah.
Go, listen, I know you've been working all week, but look at your
Take
look
selfies.
at your grass in Scotland.
Yeah. I'm gonna lay on your plot. Look.
It's beautiful. You should be here.
That's another thing you can do by yourself, Joe. You can just take pictures of yourself all day long.
You can. You
I
can.
can take pictures of myself in Scotland.
Yeah. And send them
Drinking.
to people who work 9-hour days.
Yeah. Is Scotch from Scotland?
I'd imagine so.
I mean, right? The name's really close.
Well, I'll look it up real quick, Monty, just to be
Oh.
safe.
I forget that we can do that.
Well, I looked up the difference between Scotch and bourbon a couple weeks ago. Is Scotland to be officially classified as Scotch whiskey? It must be produced in Scotland.
Oh, so okay. So,
If it ain't from Scotland, it ain't Scotch.
hey, dude,
How
I was
about
just
that?
telling-
How about that?
look. They have indoor curling, but you don't get a broom.
Well, that's not. You could play fucking wiffle ball. It ain't the same as baseball, dude.
That's true. And you can play wiffle ball inside.
You can.
So,
And-
shit might get
and
broke.
I guess you can. Well, curling, I guess you have to do. Well, no, curling you could do outside.
Dude, if I could get, I think this is a banner. I can get like a curling banner and just hang it up.
Monty, focus on
Look
your
at
monster truck career. You gonna switch from RC cars to goddamn concrete cylinders?
Dude, I'm a wild stallion. I have lots of interest.
I forgot that about you, dude. You're just out
Yeah.
there, just
Yeah.
roaming free, dude. Can't be
Yeah, man.
contained.
I want.
I forgot. I've known you for so long. I forgot that party about it. The wild stallion.
Yeah. I gotta run, Joe. I just gotta run.
I know, dude. You've been doing it so long. I forgot that you do that. That's my bad. I forgot how crazy you get from time to time. Dude. How loose you get. How much of a rug you like to cut.
Yeah, man.
Oh, fucking A. I'm gonna pee real quick, Monty. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. We ain't gotta go much longer. But I got
Okay. How was y'all's Christmas? Why Joe's peeing? Did you get anything spectacular? Did you get something life-changing? Did you get somebody something life-changing? Maybe you got an epiphany. Maybe you realized that you don't want to live your life like this anymore. And that's your Christmas present to yourself. You should just quit your job, move out to Montana, shoot bald eagles, live off the land. Maybe don't know. We didn't even get to talk about how Christmas come about. I thought we'd talk about that, but maybe we, well, maybe you can just edit this part out. Me talking to myself. Christmas was invented by some rich people in New York that were tired of hooligans coming around banging on their door at night after the harvest. Am I telling this right? Okay. Something like that.
That's the
Were you doing the podcast without me?
Yeah, I was doing it without you.
Okay, that's fine. How was it
Yeah.
going?
Good. I think yeah.
What'd I miss?
I was talking about how Christmas actually even was invented
Well, how was it? Okay.
in America.
How was it invented?
There was some rich New Yorkers that were tired of poor people banging on their doors this time of year, because what was it this time of year that yeah, it was the 1st of December. It was after the harvest and they didn't have nothing to do. And so they would get drunk at night but it started off like December 5th.
They just did it for a
And-
whole month. They were like, we're done with these poor people. We're doing it for 20 days. Are you telling me the original meaning of Christmas had nothing to do with Jesus?
you are damn right.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah.
believe that. I think Christmas has been a lot.
So it was like-
Christmas has been around a lot longer than greedy Jews.
no, it was like 1820, but it was after it was
No.
December 5th, and they're talking it was Thanksgiving, they done the harvest, everything's over, so you got these bored young men that were getting drunk at night, and then they would go around to all the rich neighborhoods in New York and bang on the doors and ask for money, and it was just like what you did. And these guys got together and decided that they wanted it to be it needed to be a holiday, I guess, but they wanted it to be a family oriented holiday. So these are like they owned
You need to rewatch that.
news. Okay, then you say it, and you got to tell it quick.
Really? Blah, 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 blah.
That took me 2 minutes to say that.
It's the story of A Night Before Christmas came about.
How the
Not
night before Christmas came about.
Because the people that it was the night before Christmas and all through the house.
Yeah.
The creature was stirred.
Yeah.
and all through
Okay.
the
So
house.
then, yeah. So then, what's Christmas then?
Not started. That was American cultural. What is it when you do it as a culture?
Okay.
But
Anyways,
they're the ones that.
My- I can't hear you, so that's what I'm saying.
We vaguely can. I just like it's like, what's it mean when it's cultural? And Monty's like, anyway.
I like my story. I like my.
Well, according to this, the church in Rome began celebrating Christmas on December 25th in the 4th century, during the reign of Constantine.
Do you know why?
I could probably.
You know,
I don't. There's many reasons people have celebrated it, but if you have a particular reason, I'd love to hear it.
The reason that Christmas is celebrated is because of the winter solstice. It's
Yeah.
a pagan holiday.
There it is. Yeah.
that he took over to disavow the pagan religion.
Yeah.
Constantine took it over.
Yeah.
He did. That's
It
why
has to
he-
do with astrology and shit like that.
Yeah, but the Christmas like we celebrate it was not till the 1800s.
No,
With the-
dude. The Christmas we celebrate now came around in the 80s because it's complete consumerism.
Well,
No,
the Santa Claus was like 1800s, and he started off just as Saint Nicholas, which was just some little old man with pajamas on, and then the Santa that we knew kind of evolved. But Coca-Cola made the Santa that we know today.
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy. That wasn't until the 30s that the Santa that we know today is just since the 1930s.
There are some people that believe that the legend of Santa Claus comes from mushrooms.
Oh yeah,
because of the Amanita muscaria, whatever it is. You know the little mushroom in Mario? It's red and white. The Amanita muscaria, I'm probably saying it wrong, is a red and white mushroom. So there's a tale related that the reason that Santa Claus wears red and white is because people were eating this mushroom and they related the mushroom to Santa Claus, which also it's everyone. Once you start reading about mushrooms, you realize every idea ever has came from mushrooms. I know that might not be true, but I'm saying anytime you read about mushrooms, people are like, "Oh, Jesus came from mushrooms. Satan came from mushrooms. Santa Claus came from mushrooms. People invented cars from mushrooms. Tesla was taking mushrooms." Everyone's like, "Oh, it's all mushrooms all the time."
It's just
that's
like
how the pyramids were built. It's like, come on.
It's just like people that smoke pot think everybody smokes pot.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Every good idea came from somebody who was smoking weed.
Yeah. But they're just like everybody. You know people that smoke pot and they're like, they smoke pot.
Yeah.
They think like everybody smokes pot.
Yeah.
They're just real good at hiding it. And they're the only ones talking about it.
Yeah. They only think the people with good ideas smoke pot. It's never like the bad. It's never like Osama bin Laden. It's always like Bill Gates and fucking Steve Jobs smoked pot, dude, and took acid. And it's like,
There's no way they come up with this on their with their sober minds.
No.
They were on pot and mushrooms.
And also there's no bad people who have ever done pot.
That might be true.
No, they're definitely no. O.J. Simpson has smoked weed. Okay.
That's a good person.
Well,
O.J. No, I was thinking Michael Johnson there for a second. Sorry.
What?
Wait a minute, O.J. I mean,
O.J.
he's a good golfer.
He killed a woman and a fella.
Well.
And then he stole it. Then he committed he stole. He's a thief.
Didn't fit. They had to acquit. Oh yeah, he stole his memorabilia back.
You know why that glove didn't fit, Monty?
Because it'd been the sun.
No, because he was taking some kind of medication, and if he did,
his hands swell up.
If he didn't take the medication, his glands would swell up. So his hands, they were like, "Don't take your medicine today, and your hands won't fit in that glove because they'll be too swollen to fit." I forget what kind of medicine he was on or what it was for, but yeah, that's something I have heard. Is like, yeah, he was taking some kind of medicine, and if he didn't take it, he would become inflamed. So like, make sure you don't take that tonight because tomorrow it's going to help.
Did you know that his first lawyer was Kim Kardashian's dad?
Yeah, Robert Kardashian, I think his name was.
Before Cochran took it over.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kardashian was his first. That's crazy.
Bruce Jenner used to be a lawyer.
Used to what?
Be a lawyer.
Bruce Jenner?
No, he was an athlete.
He was a track and field. Yeah. Track and field.
I also didn't know. I guess I didn't know that. I thought the Kardashian fellow was working with Johnny Cochran the whole time. I didn't realize he had switched lawyers.
I think they were working together,
okay,
but like
I
think he had Kardashian first, and Kardashian maybe brought in Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran was brought in later. I don't think they were
okay,
but I may be wrong. I don't care. But yeah, I think Cochran was brought in later, and the original team was Kardashian. And then Cochran just took it over.
And now look at him.
He's dead. Both of them are dead. Cochran and Kardashian.
Johnny Cochran's dead?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think for a while. But
guilty conscience, you know?
I don't know. They lived it up while they were here.
I bet, especially after that trial, I bet they did.
Heck yeah. They were. You think they did that for free? No, they didn't. They didn't.
Absolutely not.
It bankrupt OJ.
I didn't know that, but I'm sure he's doing fine.
That's why he had to steal his memorabilia back.
He did have to steal his memorabilia back.
Because he had no money.
He's broke. That was still like years later. But how does he continue to make money? Because he's always golfing. I mean, how does he make money now?
He's just OJ. He probably has anybody who makes money and is halfway semi-intelligent is like, you get an investor, so you have people who are like, that's the thing with even with Elon, you know what I mean? Elon technically has no money, even though he's the richest person in the entire world or whatever, but it's all through businesses and nothing's in his name. So I'm sure OJ was the same.
So like, okay.
You set up trust funds and then the trust fund owns this business and this, that, and the other. So it's like, well, I'm bankrupt. I don't have any money, but realistically, you're still making $3 million a year or some shit like that.
Right. Okay.
I'm sure that had to have been what it was.
Right.
Because that's, and then you read about like Mike Tyson, where like Mike Tyson had nothing but shitty people around him. So all his money was like, they robbed him blind. They're like, yeah, we're setting up a business for you or whatever. But it's like,
yeah, he went bankrupt.
It's weird to think about that. Mike Tyson was like, everybody has a very bad view of him, or a lot of people do. Whereas OJ, everybody thought he was the best guy ever. But Mike Tyson never killed anybody, and OJ definitely did.
Definitely?
Yeah, definitely did. He definitely killed his wife and a waiter. There's no way he didn't do that. Do you know he wrote that book, If I Did It?
Yeah.
And it just like...
This is what I would have done.
Yeah. And then what happened with that book that was interesting was, I can't remember if he released it on his own and then got sued by Nicole Simpson's family, but they ended up buying the rights to that book, but they couldn't change the name of it to If I Did It. So what they did was they just made the spot or the font size to If, like a size 2. So then they released the book that just said I Did It by O.J. Simpson. It's fucking fascinating.
I can't believe we're still talking about this, but
it's wild.
It is wild.
Dude, my grandma was talking about JonBenet Ramsey the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just one of those ones where it's like people just don't, they're still fascinated by it.
It is. That's still on like every Lifetime.
Of course. It's a dumb, it's a dead white TV. Female child that we've never figured it out.
And we did figure it out. Her brother did it. Her brother hit her in the head with a flashlight and the family covered it up.
Her child brother?
Yeah. He's like partly retarded.
Oh, okay. I understand that then.
And he hit her in the head with like a mag light, crushed her skull, knocked a hole in her skull, and then the family covered it up.
So so they should all be in jail.
And because they're rich, I guess they got out of it.
Of course, yeah. It's the same thing with OJ.
The guilt killed the mama. She died a few years ago.
Yeah. But well, you think it was guilt or just being an old?
I don't think she was that old. She got.
Well, she was old. If it was just a few years ago, she was definitely old.
She got guilt cancer.
Cancer of the guilt.
Let's see. How long ago did she die? I don't even know. She died in 1990, right? Oh, 96. And
No.
John Bonet.
I thought John
John
Bonet
Bonet
died in
died.
96.
Okay, 96. Then her mom died. It wasn't long after that, right?
Dead.
Her mom is dead. Her mom is definitely dead. I think
It was from ovarian cancer.
2006. Her mom
Okay.
lasted.
10 years after.
Yeah.
And she had cancer, not fucking whatever you said. Goddamn guilt.
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 Guilt makes cancer. It does.
It might. It might,
It
but I
does.
don't think it does.
Yeah.
Stress might do it. I know stress might.
Same thing. What's guilt? That's stress.
No, sometimes you're stressed just about life and you're not necessarily guilty.
Anyways,
Why would you protect that retarded boy for such a beautiful young girl?
it's their kid. I mean, if they've already lost one, they don't want to lose the other.
I would have
I don't
taken
even know what would happen to him. He was a little boy too.
it. Would have fucking.
He wouldn't have went to jail or nothing.
Yeah, they would have.
No, I mean,
I
the boy would not go to jail.
I think he would do. I think he'd go somewhere until he could go to jail.
I don't know. I
Either
don't. But
way.
anyways,
Then you could
Anyway.
have a couple new ones and maybe one that wasn't broken. You know,
yeah.
send,
Well, they could
send him on his way.
start over.
Have another pageant star, which is already
Yeah.
fucking weird enough as it is.
But then you've lost 2 kids.
Yeah.
So it's just
So if I'm gonna lose one, I'll get rid of them all, dude.
okay.
Just one big heartache at once rather than slowly but surely. And then you can start over. You can get one that isn't defective.
Well, she couldn't. She had cancer in her ovaries.
That's probably why it was defective. She
Maybe.
had one good one.
Yeah. And that's crazy that we're still talking about that too.
Yeah.
That's even. And OJ was longer ago than that. OJ was like 92.
92, so it would have been
And
4 years
then
before.
Bonet was 96.
And then since
And
then,
then
9/11.
John Wayne Bobbitt was in between that, or after Jean Bonet. Remember John Wayne Bobbitt? Lorena Bobbitt cut his dick off.
Oh, okay, and threw it in a ditch.
I watched that trial every day. I was working like I was working at Kroger, and that might have actually been before OJ. It was somewhere right around in OJ because
It was around
I
the
would
same
watch
time.
that while I was getting ready to go to work at Kroger, and I'd watch it every morning. And it was just crazy. Of course, she was abused, and I could see it. I could see he seemed like he was just a fucking dick. And then he made that porno after he got his dick sewn back on
He did do some porno after that
with his lopsided dick.
with his sewn on pecker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that was
The fact that she cut it off and then got in her car and left and threw it out the window while she was running away. She held it in her hand the whole time
yeah,
and then threw it out the window.
probably sucking it too.
She cut it off and she didn't even give it back to him. She should have stuck it in his mouth.
Well, then they found it, right? And then they fucking
Yeah, they found it in the
sewed it back on.
Yeah, that's correct. That must have been a pretty big dick.
Maybe
I mean,
not, dude.
Find it in a grassy yard. But probably had to be-
it's the only dick you're gonna find in the yard. It's not
Well,
like it's
yeah,
not like it's
you'll
gonna be
know it
hard, it's
when
not
you-
like it's gonna be hard to find.
you'll definitely know it when you see it. But
Yeah.
I think it was like an abandoned yard. She just threw it in a dirty, like they probably found it in a Jack in a Box cup. Just, I don't know. Just, I mean, I can't believe they found it.
Next to a fucking Steel Reserve can.
And what did she cut it off with? Was it scissors or it had to be in something really sharp, really quick?
Wasn't
You couldn't sit there and just saw on it. He's
Well,
gonna wake up.
I think the story went she like roofied him or something like that to
Oh,
where
that makes
he wouldn't wake up, and then she
Okay. That would make
chopped his pee-pee.
Yeah, okay. You'd still have to pull it up like and just it would have to be still a one whack thing.
Yeah.
You couldn't saw on it because he still would wake up.
Well, she probably because that's probably what she did. She probably pulled it up, stretched it out, and snipped it. But realistically, if you wanted to fuck somebody up forever, you would just snip the head off, because it'd be hard to reattach a smaller portion of the penis. But if you just chop it in the middle, they go, okay, we cut 1/4 inch here, 1/4 inch there. We can attach this shit. But if you chop a small piece, I'd be like, okay.
Oh, it in the garbage disposal.
Yeah, you should have done a vertical snip realistically. Split that motherfucker in half.
Right down the middle?
Yeah. That's how I'd do if I was chopping it. Well, I'd cut it. You know how when like people go, oh, your credit card expired, and you fucking just you cut it down the middle, and then you cut it 18 more times. That's how I'd cut that dick.
That's how you killed the Terminator. You had to cut him up in a bunch of pieces.
Yeah. That's how you'd have to cut somebody's dick. You cut it the long ways and then the skinny ways about 4 times.
Make sure the expiration date's all. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, you throw some out. You throw some out today. You throw some out next week.
You drive a little while. You throw a little bit of dick out.
Yeah.
You drive a little bit further. You throw a little bit more dick out. His power is in his dick, and so he can never come back together.
That's how it don't come back together.
Yeah. Yep. We should have been there and gave her some advice.
Dude, I think we sell an online course starting tomorrow about how to chop dicks off and do it the right way.
I wonder what happened to her. Like, do you think she ever got remarried? Did she turn lesbian? I mean, does she still like the dick?
I wouldn't. I'd believe it if she did porn too.
Would you date her, Joe?
No. Casey Anthony, yes.
Yeah, Casey Anthony was pretty hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
But I don't. Lorena
She
Bobbitt.
was trashy hot. You know, she was trailer park hot. But
yeah, she was ignore her child hot.
Yeah. She had nice titties and
yeah,
she's ready to party.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't like responsibility, baby.
Nope. Do not give her. But do you think Lorena Bobbitt? Yeah. Do you think she ever liked dick again?
I bet she never didn't like it.
Okay.
I bet she was just mad at her husband. I bet her husband probably did nothing wrong too.
I think he was, but
you think he was beating on her?
I bet they were guys. I bet there were guys lined up to date her after that. Just living in the fear is what they would get off on. Is she gonna cut the dick off?
Have you ever heard of the Pain Olympics?
No.
It was a video. It was like one of the original internet videos in like the late 90s, 2000s. But basically, it's just people giving. There's a segment in it called Weenie Barbecue. And it's just a dude who puts his dick on a hot grill and lets it singe it. So, just from your argument or your point of view of people being interested in Lorena Bobbitt, I'd agree. I'd say, yeah, there were probably some
absolutely
dudes out there. You've seen dudes who you've seen some pornos where dudes are getting punched in the balls, right?
Oh yeah, then
that's a weird thing, dude. That is a weird fucking thing, man. It's like I want you to kick me. I want you to step on my balls. As a matter of fact,
you know what? Every one of those videos, they're not hard. I mean, it's just sitting there. They'll kick him in the balls, and their dick goes flying up.
Yeah,
it's not hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know what do you jack off about it later while it's hurting? Is that the thing?
Well, I think the people who are jacking off to it are jacking off to it while it's not.
But the people that
doing
are
it. But Monty, try and make it to the end of one of those videos, dude. The guys always come, brother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The ladies always ends up being nice
He's
enough
kicking
to
him in
him.
the nuts, and there's cum just like flying, just hitting him in the chest. Every time she kicks him, it's a squirt comes out.
There's people who are into
How
that
do you know
shit.
how do you know if he's coming or if she just kicked him in the balls so hard that
Man.
it's just making cum come out of it?
Dude, I remember in high school watching a video of I don't even remember how it popped up or how I found it. It might have been like, there was a website called eFucked. I might have been on there, but this lady had stiletto shoes on and was like stepping on this guy's balls, and it just that heel went straight through his fucking nutsack, dude. It was fucking
went through it.
Yeah, it just it pierced his ball sack.
It pierced it,
and then just blood and.
Oh my God.
Yeah, early days of the internet, dude, where it's just like, I don't know how I was finding this shit. I'm a little bit, I guess, numb to a lot of this stuff. But I remember that one being like early on, like high school. Like, what the fuck is this? And some lady stepping on a guy's balls, and it's like, it just pierces it. And it's like, everybody freaked out, too. So it's like, as sadistic and fucked up as these people are, they understand when an emergency arises. So that's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
Because you think,
you gotta,
like, that would be,
you got to take the gag out of your mouth to call 911.
Yes. And it's like, what's the ultimate goal of getting kicked in the balls? It's like your balls breaking. In theory, that's what it should be. But it's like, no, these people, once that happens, these people are like, no, we have hearts. We're concerned.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
You're in
your
pain.
Balls.
You're in pain.
Your balls. I broke your balls. Oh, my God. We're going to have to call
a legit
an ambulance. Or you just put his balls in like a Ziploc bag and take him to the emergency room. You don't get the ambulances over there.
You just put him in milk.
Put him in milk. Yeah. Yeah.
You drop him off because you ain't going in.
No, you got your leather on, your boots up over your knees.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got Exhibit A, that heel.
The heel?
The heel. I don't know. Maybe
there's Exhibit A and Exhibit B. There's heels and balls, and those are the only two. And that's it.
Yeah. And you got a girl named Elvira that's
just imagine the fucking doctor like trying to figure out who done it. So he just keeps shoving the heel back through the balls, go, this one don't fit.
Like Cinderella.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, this one don't fit. We got to try somebody else.
Oh my God!
If the heel does not fit, then you must have quit.
Must have quit. Yep. Oh my God! There's a good spot to end right there, Joe.
You think so? Okay, we can do that.
Oh, man,
I think we made it enough time.
What a good podcast.
This was perfect, Monty.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas indeed.
This was a holiday podcast if I ever put one together.
Holiday extravaganza.
Yes.
Little post-Christmas holiday. What you got going on, Monty? You want to tell the people about anything? It's been a couple weeks since I put out a podcast, so I'm sure they'd
really?
be happy. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, I had a lot going on.
Yeah, you're up there with family and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, man, nothing I want to talk about.
All right.
I go to Iowa at the end of the month.
December or January?
Oh, January. Right.
Where in Iowa? Dubuque?
Des Moines.
What are you doing in Des Moines?
Weber.
Oh, you're going with Weber. Wow.
Weber.
How about that? There we go. Finally got one on the books. You doing the funny bone?
I don't know. I got to show up at the airport.
You're probably doing the funny bone.
Ooh, it'll be in January too, so it's going to be like -30.
It'll be cold.
Looking forward to it.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, perfect. Thanks for doing the podcast.
What do you got?
Nothing.
What do you got?
I got Frankenmuth, Michigan on the 30th and the 31st of
I was about to say you should be
December, some New Year's Eve shows, and then in Frankenmuth, we got
all right, good.
a 5 p.m. and an 8 p.m. on the 30th, and then I think just an 8 p.m. on the 31st, and then a couple other more Michigan gigs coming up.
Good, yeah, knock it out while you're up there.
That's the plan. That's the plan, Monty.
All right. Well, I love you, Joe.
I love you too, buddy. Thanks for doing the podcast. This was a great episode. Y'all show some Monty some love, y'all.